What do you want to be when you grow up? That question is probably asked to a child 10 times every 3 seconds, but it's a question we've all been asked before, a question that we've all asked someone else, no matter how annoying it gets. So let's take a look at all of the different answers that I've given to that question. Excuse me.
I've always been a goofy child. I was creative and loved to think outside of the box, and I used to love to write. I still do, but my laziness is stronger than my creativity. So when I was younger, I carried around a briefcase. Yeah, a briefcase. And obviously I was not part of the popular crowd, but that briefcase was full of poems and short stories that I would come up with. And I was certain that I would grow up to be a famous author. I found, though, that it was a lot easier to think of a story I wanted to write than to actually sit down and write one. So here's where the laziness comes in. I would start a story and then realize I would actually have to have all of the components of a good story, and I'd have to write chapters, and that took way too long. So here I am as a 20-year-old who still thinks of cool ideas but has come to terms with the fact that I don't know how to finish a story. But I'm okay with that. So, throughout my years of being a hopeful author, I was also singing, and I was playing the piano, and I was dancing very seriously, as you can see. But fast forward to fourth grade, I had been playing the piano for about 5 years at this point, and in this year I joined the Phoenix Girls Chorus. And I loved to sing. So there I met a girl who went to Arizona School for the Arts. I instantly got hooked on the idea of going to a performing arts school. So I enrolled at ASA, and I was part of the choir. Side note, I was the only 7th grader in the high school choir, no big deal. But, and I was also playing the piano, or the cello. And this experience was awesome. I met a lot of great people, and I got an awesome musical education that I still have today. But through all of this, I just realized that I wasn't super passionate about music. I loved it, and I still do, but it just doesn't make my heart happy. So now we are in high school. Throughout my life, I've always struggled with my weight. I was always the bigger friend, and it didn't help that I was taller than all the boys, too. I was just, awkward. I would watch all my cute friends get boyfriends, and I never would. So once I got to high school, I was a freshman who had never had a boy say he had a crush on her, and I was bigger than all of my friends. So I started learning how to do my hair and makeup so that I could make myself a little more appealing. I eventually joined the cosmetology program that my school offered. But here it comes. I've paid a lot of attention, as you can see. But I am a beauty school dropout. I learned a ton about hair, and I liked doing it, but I felt like I was wasting my time there. So my entire senior year, I got crap for it. But I loved that experience because it sparked my passion for makeup and beauty. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I wear a ton of makeup. My family and friends still make fun of me for dropping out, but that's okay because in that time I had realized what I really wanted to do.
Okay, so here it is. It's the moment that we've all been waiting for, where something happened and I decided that I wanted to be a teacher. But unfortunately, nothing happened. I don't really know why I want to be a teacher. Nothing. I don't know. I guess I just do. And I guess I always have. I mean, I've always loved telling people what to do. And not really. I don't know. I've always loved explaining things to people. And somewhere along my path, after all of my old destinies fell through, and I got over thinking that I was just going to be an old lady living in a shoe with 48 kids and no hopes or dreams, I guess it just made sense to me along the path that I should be a teacher. And I don't know when I decided that. I did, and it makes sense. It just clicked for me. And in all of our lives, we're going to go through periods where we have no idea what we want to do with our life. Maybe we've already done something for 20 years and then all of a sudden that falls through. But it's okay, and it's okay to feel confused and lost and discouraged because that means we're getting to where we need to be. And you'll find it eventually, whether you're 18 or 54 or 89, we're all going to get there because you're never going to know what it's like to be on your path unless you've been off of it. And once you finally get on it, it's all going to make sense and it'll happen. And I promise. Don't you worry. It'll happen. Okay.